The next point is, let us look at this ba in the sense of it being a source of barakah. What do we do before we perform any act? A Muslim says, Bismillah, in the name of Allah. So if I have a thirst, I know that thirst is created by Allah. Because in the theology of the Sha'ira, the Maturidiyya, we believe cause and effect comes from one source, Allah. So let's use thirst as an example. Allah creates my thirst. He creates the water, which will remove the thirst by His will. But before we drink, we have a special phrase, and that is Bismillah, in the name of Allah. We sip the water, and what happens? Our thirst is gone. Now that Bismillah is so special, because when we say Bismillah, we acknowledge what we call the haqiqah, the reality of things, that cause and effect comes from one source. That Allah created my thirst, Allah created the water, and Allah removed my thirst. And in that spirit, we believe that cause and effect comes from one source, and therefore barakah descends or pervades or engulfs and infuses every single act, because we say Bismillah and we affirm the reality of things. And that is how that letter ba in Bismillah is the initiation of barakah descending on the act of a Muslim. Let us look at this letter ba as a harf from a linguistic point. We said it's not an ism, a noun, nor is it a fi'al, a verb. It is a harf, a particle. Now, once you find a particle anywhere in the Quran, it is like a baby that needs to be latched to its mother. Now, a particle like bi has to have a word before it or after it. We just cannot see it because the word we call taqdeeran, it's implied. It's there, but we cannot see it. So before I drink water, it is in fact me saying ashrabu without saying I drink, Bismillah. Before I read, the word iqra, I read, is silent. I just say I read silently in the name of Allah. Or if I walk, I say Bismillah, but I imply amshi, I walk in the name of Allah. Now these acts can either be before the Bismillah. For example, I begin abda'u, Bismillah, I start in the name of Allah, but I don't say abda'u, it's implied. Or Bismillah abda'u, in the name of Allah do I start. Or Bismillahi aqra'u, in the name of Allah do I read. What we are saying is that the word implied, the action, is either before Bismillah or after Bismillah. And here there's a great sir and secret we can connect to. In that if I say abda'u Bismillah, I start with Bismillah, I'm starting with myself, then moving to Allah. If I say Bismillahi abda'u, then I'm starting in the name of Allah and putting myself last. And the ulama say there's a great difference with starting from myself, then moving to Allah, as compared to starting with Allah to myself. To clearly represent this, Imam al-Razi records a qissa, a story of Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam, who had a stomach ailment, and he is inspired by Allah with wahi revelation to go to the desert and eat some herbs from a shrub. He goes there, he eats it, and his ailment is gone. A while later, this ailment returns. What does he do? He goes back to the desert, finds that shrub, eats from it, and his ailment increases so much. And he wonders, the first time I went, the ailment was removed. The second time I went, the ailment increased. He then receives revelation from Allah Ta'ala, and Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala tells him, Ya Musa, the first time you went from me to yourself and you found the cure. The second time you went from yourself to yourself and you found no cure. Do you not know that this world, all of it is poison, and the only cure is my name, Allah? And in that spirit we understand what we mean by starting with Bismillah to ourself, and from ourself with Bismillah. And there's an ocean apart if we connect with that understanding.